Today I effed up because I tried to be the cool dad. My oldest son, who's 15, has had trouble making friends for a lot of his life. But since the start of the school year, he has become very close with two other kids in his grade, which my wife and I are extremely happy about. We've been very supportive of him fostering these friendships, which has included taking him to their houses and hosting them at ours, letting him have sleepovers with them, taking them to museums, movies, and stores they want to visit where I see, stuff like that. A little while ago, yes, the actual fuck up didn't happen today, but I did only find out about it today. My son had a sleepover with his friends. They all stayed in the living room while my wife and I stayed in our bedroom all night, and our younger two sons were staying over with their friends. Once both of my son's friends were here, I told my son that he could feel free to use my card to order dinner and even rent a movie or something if he and his friends wanted. He and his friends were clearly happy with that, and he said, "Really?" And I said yes, he could order what they wanted and watch whatever. Now I expected them to order pizza, maybe get dessert and breadsticks with it, and probably not need to pay for a movie as we have plenty of streaming services. And even if he did need to pay for something, I expected it to be maybe one rental on Prime that might cost $4 or so. Fast forward to today, and I've forgotten about all of this. I checked our credit card statement and see that it is hundreds of dollars over what I expected. I looked through the transactions and found two DoorDash orders totaling over $100 apiece, a $125 Instacart order, multiple charges from Amazon Prime for different streaming subscriptions that I do not remember signing up for, and a Shudder subscription I don't remember signing up for. To make things weirder, many of these transactions went through on different days. I then think the worst. Someone's stolen our card information. I told my wife immediately, and we both began calling customer support for these services and called our bank, frantically trying to resolve this and prevent unauthorized spending. Our son then comes out of his room, asks what's happened, and while she's on hold, my wife tells him that it looks like someone has used our card and we're trying to resolve that. He then tells us that all of the charges were from the sleepover. His friends ordered dinner, the first DoorDash order, and snacks that we didn't have, the Instacart order, but also stayed up late enough to want even more food, the second DoorDash order. They also watched a bunch of movies, but instead of one-time rentals or using streaming services we had, they would opt for 7-day free trials whenever prompted. But he forgot to tell me to cancel those subscriptions the next day. TLDR. I let my son use my credit card for a pizza and movie during a sleepover, and he ended up spending hundreds more than I expected.